Hey, this is tape number 4 for 12/9/79. Dee and Delta Hicks, Bob Fulcher, and Barbara ROCKHOUSE. Dee, you said that your grandfather was friends with this man?
Yeah, he was friends with the Indians. And him and the old man Ellen was well acquainted. They got together and talked lots and lots of times. And he told Grandpap right about where that mine was. But Grandpap was scary, you see, and he was afraid to go and hunt for it.
Shoot, I'd have went, I've hid the crippled.
Yeah, but you see, he was afraid that there might be some more Indians that didn't understand him, probably, see? And they'd kill him.
Well, he should have known that length of time since there's not any more around, he would have saw them.
No, you wouldn't see them. Not unless you was well acquainted with them.
Well, were there some Indians that lived up in here?
Yeah, there used to be Indians stayed in here, some. That was right there close to that big Indian camp.
Was there a big Indian camp up there?
Oh, yeah, there's a big Indian camp over there.
There's a big flat rock, bigger than all this.
It goes back and under a bluff, a rock. It goes back further than that house down yonder, from the mouth of it. And the mouth of it, it closes in. So when you get in there, I've been in there. When you get in there, it's just as warm as it is in here when there's a fire in here. Yeah, in cold weather, it's just as warm as you go under there. You can just feel a warm breeze.
Now,
and it's great big. Oh, it's mighty nice square, and it's almost as big one way as it is the other. Now, it's a big place.
Is there a name for that place?
The Indian ROCKHOUSE.
The Indian ROCKHOUSE, that's what they call it?
Yeah.
Well, where is that? Is that down on this?
That's over here on Gamble's Branch.
Gamble's Branch. Well, now, when did the Indians live around in there? Was it in your grandfather's time?
Yeah. Yeah, there was some. The old man Ellen, he lived over there somewhere in some little cabin.
He was full-blooded Indian?
Yeah, he was full-blooded Indian.
And was your grandmother, or was your Grandpap Hicks's mother or father Indian?
Now, I guess there was. They was bound to have been maybe one or other of them full Indian by him being half, you know.
Yeah. But they said that he was half Indian?
Yeah, that's what Dad said. That all the old people said that his dad was half Indian. Dad said he favored the pictures of the Indians.
Well, you know, he's bound to have been.
And Uncle Marion.
Where he'd come right down through the generation of the Hickses. Now, you see a lot of Hickses today featured like the Indians. Real black hair and red complected like the Indians and high cheekbones and stuff that resembles the Indians.
You sure do. Now, that's a fact.
And there was a lot of the Hickses that was akin to the Indians. I am a little bit. Got a little bit.
It come down through the generations.
Yeah. But Grandpap was afraid to go to hunt for that money. And the last time that old man was ever seen, he was hunting a horse. Grandpap saw him with the bridle on his shoulder. And that's the last time that he ever was seen anymore.
He went out hunting a horse and never came back?
Never did come back. Grandpap never saw him anymore, never. After that.
Did they think someone
They thought somebody killed him, either another Indian or...
How many Indians do you think there were in here?
Now, I don't know. And, you know, Grandpap wouldn't tell. But Dad said that he'd heard him talk that there was some more around there, but he wouldn't tell how many.
they hid away? Is that
Yeah, they had their living place. They stayed in that there Indian rock house.
You see, the place wasn't thick settled.
No, there
And
was.
there's miles and miles around there wasn't nobody at all. Well, there was plenty of game back then. They could get out and kill squirrels, a turkey, deer, or whatever, and then they just get back to their camp. And up on top of that place now, there's a big flat rock hidden reach from here down to the road. And way up naked like this for a long ways, and then it looked back that way. Used to be me and Dee hunted, we'd, over in our peeling bark or whatever we was doing, we'd come across that big rock, and he'd show me that where the Indians would get up on that rock, you know, and camp and cook or whatever. And there was a lot of these Indian arrows, them little gray things, you know, sharp pointed and little jaggers out on them. We've picked up a lot of them that are scattered on that rock where the Indians had them. That many years back, you see, and there've been a lot picked up, people picked them up before we had. But the dirt would keep washing off, you know, and the rain stuff washing down closer to the rock. And we found this a right smart bunch of them.
And you know, there I showed you that pointer, didn't I?
Uh-huh.
And now that pointer was supposed to have pointed right towards that there silver mine.
Well, you see, that old man told your dad that it was in the face of the rock.
Yeah, right in
that
the
there was
face
a
of
square hole cut out, and then there was a flat rock that just
a little
braided
thin.
in there, thin rock. It's like a little window
And
shutter.
said if you'd peck on it, it'd sound just like pecking on a barrel.
And he had his money molds and his things.
And he told Grandpa Hicks, he said, there's a flour barrel over half full of silver dollars in there. And there's a nail keg, a 100-pound nail keg, plumb full of brand new quarters.
Boy, that'd be something fine.
It would. Everybody go and just follow that bluff and just keep a beating with
Well,
that
now,
sledgehammer or
if
something.
that old Ellen
Directly
told
they'd
the
break
truth,
through that place.
you know he is bound to have got that new money. He made it.
Mm-hmm.
And he told Grandpa, he said, my money molds and everything's right in there.
I'll be darned.
And you know he's bound to have made that money somewhere.
Well, now these Indians that were living around that hiding, did they not want people to know that they were in this country?
No, and you see, there's the old people know that the old man Ellen was in there, but they wasn't none of them acquainted with him but Grandpa. But you see, they're afraid to go. They heard of that Indian rock house, but every one of them was afraid to go over in there anymore to investigate anything.
Are there any stories about the Indians that were in, was this what, about the time of the Civil War? Or?
Yeah, I guess, and maybe just a little before.
Uh-huh.
I believe it was before.
Does anyone know what tribe of Indians it was?
No, of course he knowed, but now Dad, he never did say what tribe it was.
But I'll bet you they was Cherokees, because there's more Cherokee Indians in the state of Tennessee, according to the history,
Oh yeah.
than are another tribe of them.
And were these Indians, were they breaking the law by being out there, or do you know it?
No, you know, it wasn't no law then about them here. They had nearly all left and been killed out together, but there was still a few. That's why they kept hid. And
would they, you think, be dangerous to people who were in there, try to kill them?
now I guess they would, because all the old hunters, see, was afraid to go in that section.
Well, did that section have a name? Was there a name to it?
Nothing, only the Indian Rock House on Gamel's Branch. That was the old name for the branch, Gamel's Branch. I don't know what give them that name, but unless something had been gambled up there.
Or somebody had met there and gambled for something.
Yeah, it might have done that.
They probably had gambled there for beef or turkey or a gun or something. What?
Did you ever hear any other stories about Indians being in this area?
No, that's about all that I ever heard about being in here.
You never heard about people fighting the Indians up in here?
No, not in this section.
What do you think ever happened to those Indians that were in that Indian Rock House area?
Well, I don't know. they might have got killed and they might have left.
To my opinion, when the old man Elam got made way with, the others just left out.
Yeah, he was the leader.
He kind of was their leader, there maybe what they kind of followed, you know.
I guess they called him chief.
And when
I imagine.
When he got, and they might have got tired of staying here themselves and wanted to move on and do something other else.
Well, you see, it was
And,
dangerous for them here at that time.
Why was it
They
dangerous?
The white people wanted them gone.
And they might have just captured this old man Elam and took him against his will with them. Just took him out of
Yeah,
here.
they could have done that.
Yeah, and nothing ever killed him probably, but they might have just stuck a notion themselves that to move on, go on out of here, and maybe couldn't talk him into going with them willingly, but then they just caught him out and took him anyway.
That could have what happened to him. And he might have took his little tribe and left himself on his own course.
Yeah, he could have done that.
Did you ever know your grandfather? Ever meet?
No, I never did see Grandpa Hicks.
Was it common knowledge then that, I mean, to everybody that these Indians had lived down in there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all the old settlers knowed it. Now, I don't know whether they have ever talked to their young generations. But now, Pap did to me about it. And his dad told him some about that. He told him all about that he knows.
This is when he was a young man.
Yeah, Dad was just a boy.
But back then...
You see, I never did see Grandpa Hicks. He was dead and gone. Had been for years before I was ever born.
And back in that day and time, the settlers were scarce. And the Indians didn't go about them nor bother them, and they didn't concern themselves with them because they didn't want to get scalped or wondering what happened to them. And they just stayed clear of them, just let them have their territory over there where they was at to themselves, and just trusted that their director would move on out and go away probably, and that's what they done.
And now another little tale about
Barbara, do you want to come closer to the
about
fire,
the
honey?
Civil War.
Oh, no,
Are you warm?
Now, Grandpa Hicks, he moved during that there Civil War. He went to Indiana twice and back to Tennessee. And there wasn't another man allowed across the state line, no state line, during that time of war, but him. And now they'd let him go to Indiana, back here to Tennessee. He moved twice, up there and back, during the Civil War. Never was bothered, nor never a thing that Grandpap had. That was tough.
But he claimed
bothered.
neutral to both sides. He didn't have nothing to do with neither side of it.
And both sides of the leaders would meet up with him and talk for a whole day or a whole night.
Did he sing?
Yeah, of course he sung for him.
And talk Bible.
Yeah.
He just get the coat and the scripture
And
and just get them
He
spelled
could talk
down.
on anything in the world. On any, Dad said on any subject that his dad could talk on. He knowed a lot about nearly everything.
Gosh.
And up there one place in Kentucky where he went to Indiana, I guess it was.
No, I was in, about where the egg bus.
Yeah.
That was in Kentucky up here.
And they had them old pot-bellied stoves that they had the fire in a little old house.
Well, just tell about the first of it. Here.
that
He
they-
made tar.
Oh yeah, tar and
He
turpentine.
made tar, and he had an old steer. It was 2 steers and a cart, they called him. And that's what he moved to Indiana and back in twice. And he'd make tar, run his tar kiln, make that tar. Then he had big barrels. He'd take about 3 big 30-gallon barrels, load them on that cart and take them into Kentucky. Up there, and he had a friend up there, see, that had a big store and had a big barn there. Well, he'd just take his steers in there, and that old man that had that store, he'd tell him, say, now, Mr. Hicks, you just stay here as long as you want to and sell your tar. Said, it won't cost you a cent. Said, I'll feed your steers, your options, he called him. Said, I'll feed them for you. It won't cost you a cent and you each won't. And he said, we can go out here. He said, you can come out to the store and we'll talk and you can sell all the tar you want to. One day they was out there and Grandpap was a great Bible talker. And Dad said noted nearly every bit. And they was in there in that store one day and it was raining and they got to roasting eggs and Grandpap was telling something other, quoting over the Bible. And all at once one of them eggs busted in there and just knocked hot embers all over him. And Dad said that Grandpap just jumped back with his chair and said, hell and scissors. Dad said that Grandpap said, that surprised them all. Said, I reckon they thought that was cussing. But he said it wasn't. But he said they thought it was. Said, that surprised them. Said, they just looked the funniest.
People had times, I say you did.
But he'd stay up there till he sold all his tar. Of course, it sold pretty fast back then. It wasn't high. He sold it cheap.
Well, I went down. Me and Barbara went down to Billy Dean Anderson's mother's home.
You was dead?
Yesterday. And,
How was she getting along all right, is she?
well, yeah, she's still torn up, you know.
Yeah, of course she was.
But,
There's a world of people there, Bobby.
Yeah.
I have, once in a while, people come here and talk to me about it. Well, I don't know anything about it. Or just what I've heard. I heard Ma'am read some in the paper about him. And that's all I know. I never did see him in my life. Nor never seen none of his, didn't never see his mother. But if they done the way that they told of them doing, Bobby, they give him a dirty deal.
That's what most people say, man. That's right. His mother was real nice. I really liked her.
Sure enough.
Sweet little woman. His paintings were all over the house. They were just beautiful.
Sure enough. They said he was the best hand of painting pictures that ever was.
Yeah, I guess he was.
See, he started
According to
out
what
being
they
a
said.
preacher and a Sunday school teacher.
Right.
And he done that a while, and then the people got that they wouldn't go, and they let their children go to hear him.
Well, I don't see what now. I wasn't interrupt there. I don't see what they had against him, that they wanted to kill him, because he never had killed nobody. It wasn't in the paper. He never had murdered nobody. He shot one officer, but he didn't die.
I don't know. They had him on the list a long time, the 10 most wanted man, you know.
Yeah.
And everything
most
like
wanted
that,
man.
I read it in the paper. But what he had done, nobody never did know
I
him
don't
doing
see what he
anything bad.
done.
That's what I've heard too. That
He never killed nobody around
Not
town.
that we
or
ever knowed of,
nowhere
and
we
the
ever
paper
knowed
never
anything
stated.
of.
yeah. Now, you say for some while there people wouldn't let their kids go to Sunday school.
That's what they said. Now, when after he was killed, and I've heard a lot of people talking, and he come out in the paper, read in the paper, said Billy Dean used to be a minister.
Yeah, he was.
And he held church down there. And then he was a Sunday school teacher in Sunday school. But then somehow, I don't know why, I don't remember what they said the reason was in the paper. But anyhow, then they quit going and quit letting their children go. And he just quit the ministering business and went to painting Bible pictures. And done that then on. But I'd hate for one of my kids to be just called up that way, just
Well,
No one
they
walking.
had him in prison one time, didn't they, in jail?
yeah, they had him in jail up here at town once.
Watburg,
West
I
Watburg.
think so.
Yeah,
Wasn't it?
he broke jail.
That's what I thought. But what had he done?
No, nobody don't
He
know.
must have shot this sheriff,
That Hatfield.
that trooper,
That must have been what they was.
some kind of officer.
Yeah, he did get in a shootout.
Yeah.
I understand it with the law up there, but no one ever proved that he killed anybody or did anything else, as far as I know.
No, the paper didn't state that he'd ever killed. The man he shot, that they claimed he shot, he never died.
No, he didn't. That's right. Now, back when y'all were young, do you remember did anybody make paintings?
Well, none of my folks didn't, but these people did.
Were there?
Because I've seen old pictures of old paintings way back before that I was born. But it wasn't nobody in my family had the talent or the time to get down and paint pictures.
I didn't know that one.
I didn't know of any one certain person, but I've seen old pictures. You know, I don't know who painted them, but when I was going to school, you know, back a kid, I'd stay all night sometimes, you know, with some of the children, and they'd have paintings up on the wall of things, you know. Sometimes it'd be stock, sometimes people, sometimes a garden spot or a flower or something, and I'd say, "That's a pretty flower. Who fixed that?" And they'd tell then where they got it. You know, it's handed down through generations to them.
There's not many people up here that paint, are there?
No, not. Bonnie down here is a real good painter. If she could had tried to kept on with her painting business, it'd been a sight what she could have done. She could draw a picture just lifelike of anything she took a notion to draw. She got her some of these sure water paint, you know, and stuff. She drawed the prettiest dogs and horses and stuff that her mama's got up there. Just draw them on a big square about that big around. If she could just draw them, they just look like they could just like a little live dog that's setting up. She was the best hand I ever seen of painting, just to not have no training, no schooling or teaching.
Just picked it up herself.
Just picked it up itself.
Did she take it in school or anything?
No, she never did take none of that in business in school. But I tried to get her to go on before she married to an art school somewhere, you know, and just really get good. You can sell pictures if you can fix them pretty, you know.
Oh my, if they're picked correct.
I tried to get it to go
Certain kinds of them they sell bring
to
a big
art
price.
school and keep on
right.
painting other things, but it didn't suit it, and it didn't want to. But
No, she's a little backward, a little bashful. Just like her mommy is. Her mommy won't get up and sing.
Yeah.
And I'll
she
tell you
can't
another
relax or something.
I'll tell you another that's a good painter is Linda, Lois's girl.
Yeah, she's she's
Now,
pretty good.
she's a good hand at that painting business, and she's never took no training at it.
But May has a lot of Bonnie's pictures?
Yeah, May's got a whole lot of them hanging up and in the house, and a lot of them in the back bedroom.
Y'all ought to get a couple to put in here.
Yeah, I should get Bonnie to give me some of them. But
yeah, you'd really enjoy them if you
yeah, I like to have pictures, and them little old thing drawn is so lifelike. And she's a real good hand.
I'd like to see those sometime.
And Aunt May'll show them to you anytime you was up there.
How do you think people like that learn to paint? You know?
I just don't know. It must be like a body learning to sew, like a seamster, you know, a dressmaker or something. It must be a gift kind of.
It's sort of like a gift.
Well, now, how would think, you know, when you say something's a gift, what do you mean by that?
Something just handed down to them. Now, like my singing, my learning songs, and music.
Or learning to make music, something that you don't take no training
You
to
know,
do.
no
You
schooling,
just
that,
pick it
no
up.
training.
It's
It's
gifted
just-
to you.
Now, when you say it's gifted to you, does that mean it's like you're just kind of blessed from the Lord to know how to do that?
From something,
From-
you would say. A gift from
Or
a gift from God, a gift.
is it something like that you have because you were it was your father could do it? Do you think, or is that always part of it?
Well, it could be.
Well,
Now, Pat was
It might
gifted
be,
to a
but-
lot of things.
but now none of my folks nor his wasn't either one gifted to painting. For the
No, Dad wasn't. None of my folks.
Well, if you're not gifted to something, can you learn to do it?
Yeah, you've got to take training.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's got to show you.
You see, there's some things that some certain people can just do. Just seems like it's just made for them, just easy
Yeah,
for them.
you see,
It
that's
just-
what I
that's their
call a gift
purpose.
in a way.
It's just
They can just see something.
and it just come to them all what to do, you know, at it. painting it or sewing it or cutting it out or whatever. And it's just somehow it's just a gift in their mind to just like something was telling them to do that and how to do it.
Now, well, let's see. Now, where was that? If that fella drawed that. Oh, thunder. We was away from here. You was with us, but you wasn't right there. It was up there.
What picture did you draw?
He drew a picture of something, I forget what. But he sat right there by me. And he'd look at me, and he drew my picture, too. And he'd look at me, and he drew, so it was exactly like that picture sitting right up there on the wall. You couldn't have told it from it. And he just sat there with that pencil, and he just draw and work just a thought on it, and then he just sat there and looked at me. And he asked me a time or two, he said, "Do you care?" And I said, "No, I don't suppose it'll hurt anything." And he sat right there till he drawed it.
I vaguely remember that, but I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I believe you come there while he was drawing it, didn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
I was sitting on a bench.
Where were we, D?
We must have been in Washington.
We was over in Phoenix, but we was down to the lower side next to those bushes, you know. Down from where that national band was over on that long stage, you know, over there. Then this was back this side of there. Right down by the edge of them bushes. Kind of where the lower shank of that big bunch that danced. The lower end of them was
Yeah, I believe
down.
right that's where we was at.
Huh. Yeah.
Now you remember it now.
Remember it, yeah. But I still can't remember who it was that made that.
I didn't. He told me his name, but I forgot. See.
Huh.
Did Brother Joe ever let you tape that years of the month of the year verse that he tells?
No.
Oh my, you ought to get that, Bobby.
What is it? Can you tell it?
No, I can't tell it. I don't know it. He told it over here the other day, and Robert was here. He brought him over here, and Robert was playing the banjo some, and directly he said something to Joe. Said, "Joe, do you feel like singing?" He first asked me if I felt like singing. I told him no, I didn't. And I was even bad about my talking. And so Joe told him, he said, "Now, I can't sing," but he said, I'll tell you over a verse about the months of the year, every one of them. And Bobby, he told it over, and that's as good a one as I've ever heard in all my life. I'd never heard it before.
I'll be darned. I've never heard Joe do that. Who's with that Robert Tincher boy?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That fellow stays down near Dartmouth Way.
Yeah.
He lives right there below Joe. He's been taking Joe to the store and bringing him over here. I'd love for you to get that. There ain't many people in the world, I don't guess, that knows it but Joe. I know I'd never heard it now, as long as much as me and Joe has been together.
Has Joe known it for a long time?
Yeah, he's known it, and he told it to correct exactly.
What kind of words did he have?
About what every month brought.
Wonder where he learned that.
He got it out of a palm book. Way back, he said, when he was just a boy.
Out of what kind of a book?
One of whatever they call them.
Like an almanac?
Poems.
No, a what?
Poems.
Something like a verse book.
Yeah,
I can't keep up with what they call them. The names of them, and don't even know a lot of them no way.
Charles said that you remembered for him some Steamboat Bill.
Yeah. I know a little of Steamboat Bill.
I don't believe you'd ever recall that one from me. I don't think. You might have mentioned it.
No, I don't believe I had. Me and you talked about it one time as we come back
Yeah.
from somewhere.
Right. Where did you learn that one, D?
I learned that in what little I know that from Pat.
Uh-huh. Was it a long song?
Yeah, but Pat didn't know it all.
Huh. What would that go like? Can you just give me just one little verse of it?
I don't know whether I can do anything at it, Bobby, or not. You know, this is part of one verse. Steamboat Bill steaming up the Mississippi, Steamboat Bill, a mighty man was he. Steamboat Bill steaming up the Mississippi, trying to beat the record of the Robert E. Lee.
Uh-huh.
But is that the same one where it says steamboat, a railroad, steamboat, a river and canal?
No, that's a different song.
A different one?
Yeah.
Yonder comes a hunter and he's got my gal.
That's one
and he's
that-
gone, gone, gone.
Not too awful old, that that you were singing there. That other one is old.
Uh-huh. Where'd that one that you're singing, Duffy, come from?
I heard Dee sing it. I don't know who he learned it from. But I heard Dee sing it years ago, well, not no time lately, but
How did it start out? Railroad, steamboat, rivers and canals. Sing it, man. Whatever
I
you
don't know,
know.
but just a little of it. A railroad, steamboat, a river and canal. Yonder comes a hunter and he's got my gal. And they're gone, gone, gone.
Gone, gone, gone. And I bid them
My last farewell. It's a long song, nobody could think of what it was, so could remember it.
Oh, now see, I thought of some more of it, but can't place it.